If a spirit visitation comes to you and they are still in pain, have they not been set free yet? Hard truth with love, I promise. Spirit is reflections, meaning that when a spirit has crossed over on the other side, they will try to do as many reflective things as possible to get through to you. Which means when someone crosses over and they come back in and you only can perceive them in pain and through trauma, it's not that that spirit consciousness has work to do still. You have work to do still. You are still in pain. You are the one who's still going through trauma. One thing that I noted as a kid, as a very, very young medium that I noted, is that spirit will reflect. And sometimes one of the things that spirit will do in its reflection is it will show up in the last way that you remember them. Which means that if you are working with someone who has unalived themselves and you're working with a client, and that client can only see them in that form, then that client still has some kind of trauma work to do. In fact, the very first spirit that I ever saw when I was age 3 was a spirit who had unalived themselves. And I only saw them in the connective point of pain, and I had never seen them before. I had never noticed them before. But what I learned as I got older is that the people who she was connected to could only still see her in that perspective. Now, I was too young to be doing spirit work at that time. I had to grow into that. But it's how I started to learn that when it comes in the veracity of that form of consciousness, then we, the living, have more work to do. And that's why you learn how to trust your medium, trust your psychic, or trust your intuitive, because they are the ones that have to be able to be developed, but also be neutral. So that way their mind doesn't get inundated with those kinds of emotions, because our job is to perceive information that is crystal clear for you. I hope that this helps. And if anything, I hope that it's a little charge for you to realize that we're still having things to process. We still have things to go through for this.